Well, the desire among the world's wealthiest and industry titans to own sports teams has surged, boosting team valuations. So joining me now with more is Cheddar correspondent Cameron Leech. Cameron, it's great to see you. And we see here the wealthiest individuals, these titans, showing this higher appetite. What has been behind this?
Yeah, I mean, if I had to sum it up in two words, I would say private equity. Private equity has truly been involved in some of the world's biggest and most popular sports leagues around the world. If we think about the big sale of last year of the Washington Commanders, you had Apollo co-founder Josh Harris, who led the $6.7 billion deal for that. And even if you come to think about some of the biggest teams in the NBA as well, too, more than 60% of the NBA teams have some connection to private equity. This alone has spurred the large billion-dollar price tags that we're seeing for some teams trading hands nowadays.
Interesting. So for people who aren't willing to shell out billions for a team, Cameron, are there other sports assets that they are looking at?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if we think about one thing about pickleball, that's been one thing that a lot of people have been getting into as well, too. And even the WNBA, that's one emerging league that's going to be super popular as time goes by. I spoke to Megan Perry, who was a former executive WNBA and now the head of basketball operations at Athletes Unlimited. And she basically said there's so much upside for the WNBA, and it's at a lower cost as well, too, if you were looking to buy an additional team. I think if you start to look at what more upside is coming there, we think about Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, who just were drafted this year. Reese just went over to Chicago Sky. And you also have media deals coming up for WNBA rights. I think this is going to be some of the driving growth levers that's going to push some of these emerging leagues ahead.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just curious here. You know, we've seen teams in the NFL, NBA, even these European soccer leagues. I would argue F1 race driving as well, kind of almost be toys, if you will. That's the word that I've heard.
Too.
Yes, for the wealthiest people. How have you seen that evolve?
Well, it's come along so much because, you know, since at least 2021, there wasn't so much private equity coming into the league until then, until the different leagues. And they were typically historically seen as cash-losing businesses. But now when you see so many high, attractive return on investments, these assets are truly an asset class of their own. They've caused so many eyeballs when it comes just across the deal sector. I mean, we've seen general M&A kind of take a dip back from historic levels just a couple of years ago. And now just seeing some of these big price tags that teams are going for. You think about Matt Ishbia for the Phoenix Suns as well, too. These teams are trading at high valuations, and everybody wants in.
Cameron, thank you so much. We got to leave it there. That's Cameron Leech, correspondent at Cheddar.